what's going on. This race about to begin between Malagord, Ice Blue, Karkarn, and Antlers, and a few others that are in the race that are not on the featured four. What would you like to see be that critical item that they're going to dig 9 for this time loss?
I would like to actually see for once have the silver arrows be in level 9. I don't think we've seen too much of that, so I like to see for once that wild goose chase of getting the silvers out of level 9.
Well, I can tell you it's a fun thrill when you're going through 9 for the silvers, because if you have the book, it gets a whole lot easier because of the old man hints, as we've mentioned in the past.
Exactly. When you don't have that book, it makes that wild goose chase that much tougher.
Alright, so we are underway, and we have a start screen that is over at the Armos, and the Armos, the Lost Hills, yields a... We find an arrow shop.
That's a really good price for wooden arrows there. We're talking 61 rupees. That's the second cheapest price those wooden arrows could be. So if it comes down to it, and we have our first Take Any Cave that Karakarn has found, goes ahead and picks up the candle. That'll be a nice starting weapon for him, plus extra excavation. Ice Blue follows right behind. We've got the magical boomerang as the Armo statue item. And again, could be a good preliminary early item to have, because if you have those enemies that are below the 1 HP threshold, they could go down with that magical boomerang.
No, it's nice finding a 54 rupee candle, though.
That's another cheap price. And Ice Blue finding level 9 behind Vanilla level 5. Antlers and Karakarn also find more Take Any Caves. Antlers gets the candle, while Karakarn gets his second Take Any Cave and picks up the heart container while actually going back into that cave. Done that a few times before. Karakarn finding level 5, Antlers finding level 9, and Ice Blue going to give it a shot at the Vanilla White Sword location against these blue moblins, and unfortunately they do not go down in one hit. Ice Blue trying to find an opening here. Let's see if he's able to do so. Nope, he's trapped. He left up an A. Tough break there for Ice Blue. Antlers, meanwhile, is able to get through the blue bombs, and that is the Take Any's. The Take Any Roads. All right, so we see Karakarn going through the waterfall. I think that's probably the door repair penalty message. But again, every citizen of Hyrule is going to be saying the same phrase until somebody picks up that book.
It's always fun that they want to be as...
Oh boy, look at that. We find our first...
where the train station is.
We find our first money of the match, and it's a big, large secret for Antlers, 146 rupees. I totally approve of this seed. And what was that ladder item that goes? Is that the bow? Hey, Van Karakarn finds a Take Any's. One of them gets to Vanilla level 3. We saw the one to near a monocle rock. I didn't see where the last Take Any took you, though. Malagor's going to head for Vanilla level 5. He's going to discover level 9 also. Antlers finds a Take Any Cave, picks up the heart container. All 4 of our featured runners have a 1 in 3 chance of picking up the white sword item if they can find it.
Interesting once we start seeing some dungeon progression through here. Unfortunately, Malagord taking a hit there just before he went inside the cave, so that puts him, well, on death alert, and that is a death.
Yep, he'll have to go back to the start. Ice Blue checking this Armo statue item down to his last heart and just finds that candle shop we saw earlier. Karakarn finding one of the door repair penalties, nothing doing. He had no money to lose. And Antlers finds the take any. That was the screen I believe he had to up an A on, and that's going to just take him back to the waterfall. He's just going to up an A and take a different path.
Yeah, at least you find that out without much of an issue, though. It definitely suck if you go through all of the trouble, get there, take a death, and it turns out to be something important.
Okay, so the fourth take any cave takes you to the blue candle shop near vanilla level 2. Karakarn finds the hint shop, but those hints are going to be of no value to Karakarn unless he has that book. Because once you purchase a hint, they're just going to say the same phrase that they've been saying all day. So you got to get that book where you can start purchasing hints. And all the hints are going to be helpful once they do find that book.
What has been your favorite old man saying that we've seen so far?
That's a good question. I don't think I have seen all of them yet, but can you drag me to the train station? It's a pretty good one. I like that one so far.
You know, I don't know. Magical boomerang being the best boomerang is funny when you get the magic boomerang as your Armos item.
Oh, is that really a phrase? I've not seen that one, but that's actually kind of funny. Karakarn found the second location of a large secret, so he, too, is sitting on 146 rupees.
I hate book, change my mind is also an interesting one as well.
Antlers and Malagord both find some bonus caves. They're going to pick up that heart container. They now have a 2 in 3 chance of picking up the white sword item with their 5 hearts.
Yes, the bedtime. Read me a bedtime story. That one's a good one, too.
Yes, that's right. I do remember that one. That is kind of a funny one. Yeah, I'll agree with that. Karakarn's now going to check, and another large secret found. So we have found the location of all 3 large secrets before we found a medium secret. And that medium secret is pretty healthy at 36. This is a big money seed, to say the least, Rick.
Big money, big prizes.
I love it.
14 rupees, a small secret. Everything's above normal.
Wow, this is just everything that you could ask for in terms of the money departments. What's the catch game?
I think we already saw it over here on the ladder. Ladder there. That is indeed the bow.
Ooh, so ladder is required in order to beat that seed. And again, that ladder can be anywhere, including level 9, as Karakarn picks up a small secret. None of our players have found bombs yet. Then again, none of our players have found a bomb shop either.
I think these runners have had the attempts here to get some bomb drops. Unfortunately, it's just not rolling well for them at this point.
Ooh, there's level 3 found.
Temple 3.
Yes, temple is one of the new different phrases that can come up in place of the word level, as you see on Malagord's screen. He's also found level 3. You can choose from either the traditional level, a board, or one of the random ones, and temple is one of the many different ones. You can see area, stage, act, amongst many, many, many ones that Fred's got in there. And I talked to him. I think we might get to see some more different level phrases as new versions get released.
Indeed, absolutely. So we do get a bomb drop on the floor earlier regarding the lack there of bombs for the runners. But the problem is that this level so far is littered with Pole's voice. Hey, there's a Triforce on the floor right there, and it's being blocked by a Gleeok. So if you want to go north, well, you're going to have to find yourself a sword.
Antlers finds his second large secret, as does Karakarn VI, so both of them have topped out their wallets at 255 rupees.
Go ahead. Said we find a room with Gibdos. However, this room will not contain the item, and Excise Blue is playing this as if he's going to be trying to kill them swordless, but this cannot be a staircase, so this really will not end all that well for Excise Blue.
Able to kill one of the Gibdos, so it looks like they're kind of on the smaller HP side, and unfortunately, we just lost Ice Blue's feed for a moment. Or, did he reset?
Oh, I have no idea what just happened there, but
it might have crashed too. That is unfortunate. I mean, he didn't lose too much progress, but he didn't lose too much progress. He's got his 148 rupees. I have no idea what happened there.
Yeah, that's something we're going to have to go ahead and ask a little bit later on. Thankfully, he didn't lose super amount of progress. He does have that information about level 3. He's going right straight back to it. And I'm, again, surprised that these runners are trying to kill these Gyptos. Maybe they're trying to get keys. Maybe that's the whole thought process behind this.
Or maybe they want to get extra bombs because, of course, Gyptos are in the bomb-dropping group. There's just one problem with that, at least in my opinion. To my knowledge, Rick, Gyptos have a low drop rate. So even if you're trying that strategy, it's not really a good gamble.
Well, here's the problem with the Gyptos. Even if you get the favorable aspect of the plus-minus HP shuffle, they're going to be 5 HP. And at 5 HP, that is just way too much, because you're going to have to use 2 bombs in order to kill them. And Maligord finding level 1 after claiming the Triforce out of level 3 might be on the better path at this point. And unfortunately, Excise Blue spends all 4 of his bombs trying to take care of this Moldorm. Going to reset, go back to start to get those bombs back.
All right, we do see level 1. Here's Ganon's room, something you would normally not see in the vanilla quest. And Karakarn has found a new level, this time level 6.
So we have seen 4 of our levels so far.
We've seen 1, 3, 5, 6, and 9 up to this point. Yes.
Okay, in that case, we've seen 5 of our levels before them that these guys can actually go ahead and finish. And could this be an easy staircase for Karakarn in this level 6? Gonna try to do a block clip, go inside, and it is going to be a transport staircase.
Yep, levels 5 through 8 are going to have 1 additional set of staircases. Oh, it's Uncle Wizzy's house. Yikes. And with no sword, forget it.
I think Karakarn's going to go ahead and take this staircase now. What do you say, Laz?
Yeah, I think it's a safe bet here. Yeah, he's taking the staircase there, and you'd rather get bopped by Keese than getting bopped by Wizrobes here. But unfortunately, he finds himself at a dead end. He's playing a game of Two-Door Monty without any keys to his name. He'll have to try a different path.
So here's one of the things that is going on in regards to this seed here. Item management. How well do you manage your items? Do you manage them well? That comes into play.
Oh, absolutely. And there's the wood sword. Our first feature runner to final it is Antlers. And right behind is Maligord. It's a vanilla level 6.
I bet at this point in time that Excise Blue would love to have that sword, because that would make these Gyptos easier. I think what is actually happening here is Excise Blue is trying to see if this will drop a key. Because if this drops a key, then he can get on over to the left side of this level 3 and maybe find the item.
It does!
But this is taking a lot of effort to get through it. He does get the key, which is good to see. Now, will it be worth anything?
Wow, so his move paid off. He ended up getting a key, and look at this. We've got more Gyptos here, and he's probably going to try to clump them together, use 1 bomb, and then use the candle to take down the last hit point of the Gypto in the hope of another bomb drop. It looks like that's exactly what Ice Blue's doing once again, putting that magical boomerang to good use.
Yeah, and luckily here it does look like they did not go get the +2 on the HP shuffle, because 9 HP would mean that you'd require... Ooh, almost got them all together. Needs to get them together for 1 more bomb at this point. +2 would make him 9 HP. Bomb does 4 HP worth of damage, and at that point you need to have 3 bombs, and he's only got 1 more bomb to his name. Can he get a bomb to... Oh, he gets 2 of them!
Wow, very impressive there by Ice Blue. The persistence pays off. He perseveres and gets the double bomb drop. Nicely done there for Ice Blue, but he's going to come out of level 3 and maybe come back there later. He does leave the Triforce behind, though.
You know, if Excise Blue does not have to worry about key management the remainder of this seed, you can pretty much chalk it up to this past 5 minutes. It may have taken them a lot of time in order to get it, but that right there gives them a key, which is something that the other 3 are severely lacking at this point.
Karakarn now has the knowledge that the ladder is going to be required. He finds that bow on the coast. By the way, he and Antlers both have 6 hearts, so they're guaranteed to pick up the white sword item when they find it.
We haven't even seen what that item is, so that's information we're hoping to find out a little bit later on as Excise Blue dives into Temple 1.
keep in mind, I believe Malagord was in level 1, but was key blocked. Ice Blue does have a key, so he might have an opportunity to find the item that's on the ground, potentially.
And Excess Blue forgetting exactly where he is in this level 1, and ended up using a bomb. But, you know, he's got 7 of them. It's not that big of a deal.
And there's an enemy that's not in the minus HP, those Zols that normally take 2 hit points. They're either neutral or they're more than 2. We would only know if they got the white sword. Nice bomb there. So
they are actually an enemy that if he gets 1, you're not going to kill them with a boomerang. So it's still a possibility that they could have been 1 HP.
Right. That's true. All right. He's got the map, so obviously that's really not going to help the runners. And he found another key, which he uses immediately. Holy smokes! And Rick, that key farming off the Gibdos in level 3 has already paid dividends for Ice Blue.
And there's another key right there, because why not? But that is huge for Ice Blue, because you know what's on that coast.
Yep, the bow. So already Ice Blue with a big lead on our other 3 featured runners. But again, still early in this race. Anything's still possible at this point.
And so Ice Blue going to continue to go through this level 1, being able to bomb down. And Antlers in level 3. Karakarn in level 5, he's got a key to his name at this point. And what Ice Blue is hoping to find is a staircase room.
Unfortunately, this has been a dungeon full of locked doors here in this level 1, and he is trapped from the bottom 3 rooms. And the way this is going, I bet you one of those rooms has that diamond staircase.
And that doesn't surprise me, because that's the way that level 1 can be. It can be very, very rich on key doors, especially the little nooks of this level here where you can get yourself into tight spaces. And nice persistence there, Ice Blue finding that the Triforce is in that room. Now, can he get lucky with a key?
Uh-oh.
Oh, this is not going to be pretty.
Yeah, he's down to his last.
2 bombs.
Yeah, but he's down to half a heart now. He needs to be very careful. Well, this potentially could be the this could be the staircase.
Oh, nice setup.
Perfect. That's a heart container.
It's not. It's got the heart container.
That's gonna help him though. That'll put him up to a heart and a half. But oh no!
No.
Oh man.
No.
That is UGLY, ugly, to get trapped in a room full of blue Wizrooms, so he's going to have to up an A and go back for that Triforce.
Yeah, he's going to have to go ahead and cash in his chips in regards to this level at this point. 1 bomb at this stage, not really good for trying to farm it, so cash in the chips, get out of here, and come back later when you do have the key to maybe get yourself down to that lower quadrant.
He'll pick up his first Triforce of his match, and for all we know, the staircase item could be Lord Banana.
Now, keep an eye on Antler's screen, because he's in this room with a Pulse voice, and we could be keeping an eye out in case he tries to do the Banana key, as Ice Blue ends up trying to gamble and loses 10 rupees for the effort.
Yep, and, you know, I kind of don't blame him. Once in a while, splurge on your rupees and try to win, and sometimes you win. Most of the time, though, you lose.
And no, Antlers did not do the Banana key at that point, unfortunately, so he had the perfect setup where all he needed to do is just wait until you kill the last one, push north in a key door. When the shutter door opens, you'll be able to go through the key door for free. Now we know where that item is in level 3. It's going to be in the corridor staircase to the left of that room that Antlers is in, because he can't bomb in.
Yep, that's exactly right. And by the way, the staircase rooms, to my knowledge, can be shuffled. It's not going to necessarily always be a corridor staircase in level 3, but this time around it happened to be.
That is correct. It just happened to be that it is going to be the corridor staircase, as they do have the ability to move them from dungeon to dungeon.
Absolutely right. Ice Blue did pick up his bow by doing the reverse around the world clip after he picked it up. Finds another take and he caves, got the heart container, and now all 4 of our featured runners are guaranteed to pick up that white sword item if they can find it. Remember that anywhere between 4 and 6 hearts are needed, so none of our 4 featured runners have to worry about that aspect.
And so a nice timely bomb drop right there for Karakarn as a floor drop. His Antlers finds level 2, and it's another dungeon filled with good old whiz robes.
Yikes.
Oh, yuck! And there's the
Holy
Triforce in level
smokes.
5, by the way.
Yep, that's being swallowed by that Stelphos right there. And Karakarn, we'll see if he picks it up. No, he's going to burn that Stelphos away. He wants to keep on exploring. And Karakarn VI appears to be pot committed to trying to find this item out of level 5. There's the tea room.
Well, he's all the way here at the top of the level at this point, and unfortunately, he can't do anything in this empty room. It's got no drop in it, so I guess he's going to go ahead and try to see if he can't bomb over to the left here. He can.
All right, but he unfortunately finds another locked door to the left of that old man. If I have a candle, ooh, he's able to bomb to the south, though. That's nice.
And into another miserable room of absolute hell and mire and muck.
Speaking of a room of absolute hell, mire, and muck, Antlers is in one of those right now with these two fast-moving blue land molas that take away 2 hearts every time you get bopped by him.
So Karakarn is going to be key blocked from getting to the left 3 rooms at this stage.
Ooh, Antlers just decided to go for it right there, and he gets bops. He's down to 3 hearts here. Malagord finds the expensive bait shop behind Vanilla level 8. Ice Blue, meanwhile, finds a take-any cave. He's up to 7 hearts. You know, he has not found a sword yet. The way this is going, Mags might be his first sword.
If he even gets to that level, and sometimes we don't even see that because you're not diving all the dungeons. So Karakarn claims the Triforce out of level 5. He is now the last of our featured runners to pull out a Triforce piece of a level, but never got the item inside. So right now, if you're looking at who's got the advantage, X-Ice Blue really is the one that has the advantage most of all because of what he has in his arsenal. And you're going, for a reason, Loz.
Yeah, the reason I went is because Antlers had such an impressive Blue Land Mola fight, took down one of them, and when you exit the room and come out and come back in, the other Blue Land Mola will disappear. And his reward was nothing but a 5 rupee. Ooh, that's nice. So the Orange Land Molas had the treasure.
Yes, they did. And it's good to actually have that transfer right there that gets you on out of here. And in case the Silvers are Power Bracelet blocked, guess what? You got a leg up.
Yeah, absolutely. So right now, Antlers having the Power Bracelet, we will see if it is required to beat the seed.
So at the 22-minute mark, we are still trying to find some dungeons. But we're starting to run low on the number of dungeons we've yet to see. We've yet to see, what is it, the 2 in the 7-8 grouping, right?
Yes, that's correct, because level 8 has the 2 items. We have not found that yet, nor have we found 33 rooms of pure torture in level 7.
But have we found level 4? Because I think that might be the other one we haven't seen.
We have not. Level 4 we have not seen yet.
So we still need to find one more level. Well, actually no, I take that back, because we've already found 5 levels that will get us into level 9, but what if the Triforce in one of those levels seems to be blocked behind something you need an item for?
Well, there's level 8 that Ice Blue just found in Death Mountain next to level 9.
I don't think that's important.
Not at this time. He still does not have his sword. Antlers is in level 1, but goes to the all-you-can-eat pancake buffet and too much sugar. Back to the start you go.
Gotta cut down that syrup. There's the key for Malagord, and he pushes the block, although that is not going to be a transport staircase. The rule with any push blocks, it cannot be a staircase if there is a shutter door on any side of them.
Yep, and if there's an item that's already on the ground, that also cannot be a push block to get to a transport staircase either. There's level 6 for Ice Blue. Wants no part of it.
Yeah, because he's narrowing it down to where this wood sword is. I think at this point he knows it either can be the graveyard or level 6. That's why he noped out of level 8 as well.
Well, the good news for Ice Blue, he is heading in the right direction. As long as he doesn't get P-hat to death, he's going to get his wood sword. Yes, he does.
So, good right there for X-Ice Blue, the final of our runners to pick up that wooden sword. Malagord is going to be trying to tackle down this Gliok. Little does he know that the room that has the item in level 3 is 2 rooms to the left of where he is right now.
interesting for Antlers. Because he died to those pancakes, he missed out on the ladder because he decided to take a different path. So we'll see if he makes another play for that room later on in his venture in 1.
Now, did this room have a drop?
I don't remember if this room had a drop or not. We'll find out, though, once Antlers takes care of these pancakes. He's got to be careful. You're going to lose 1 heart every time you get bopped by him. And if you have a magical shield, well, you're going to lose that shield if you don't break out of it. But magical shield is something you're hardly ever going to see.
So, therefore, Antlers is going to be the second of our runners to get the ladder. And that ladder coming into play because we know that ladder yields the bow coming up here. And do not pass that ladder up there, get it, and get yourself on over to the next room.
And we see some glitchiness on Karakarn VI's side here in level 3. I wonder what happened there. Hardware failure?
I have no idea what is going on here between what happened with X-Ice Blue earlier and what's going on with Karakarn right now, but all seem to be fine for the moment here. We haven't lost anything. Karakarn is still unable to get to the Triforce, but he's hoping to kill this Gleeok, and the reason why is the same thing what we saw earlier. This is not a good fun room to get yourself trapped into here from Malagord.
Karakarn VI just decides to cash in his chips. He took care of one of the heads, but down to his last heart, he just decides to pick up the Triforce, and maybe he'll come back here later.
So, remember the issue that we had earlier with Karakarn coming through this level 6 and being key blocked? Well, that's going to happen to Ice Blue here, unless he can bomb to the right.
Right.
I don't think we saw Karakarn try that.
Yeah, at that time, Karakarn didn't have any bombs, so we're going to see if Ice Blue's able to bomb to the right. Yes, sir. Unfortunately, Antler's taking a death in level 1. Back to start he goes. Malagord going to have some tough adventures here with these bunnies on the wood sword. We'll see how he does.
Yeah, I think Malagord chose the wrong direction here and wants to get out, but doesn't want to have to go back through some of the rooms he's gotten to get here, although I think at this stage an up and A may actually be better.
Absolutely, indeed. And Karakarn, unfortunately, taking another death in level 3, so he'll have to try it again.
This is coming down to another scenario of just don't have keys, and Antlers will go ahead and spend a key, go through the door, and I believe Antlers was the person who did try to bomb to the left earlier to find out that there is nothing but a corridor staircase, but he's going to get locked in with the bunnies as well.
Yep, he's going to fall into that same trap. He's going to up an A, okay. And there's the corridor staircase that Malagord has found. Let's see what the item in level 3 is. We have got the raft.
How vanilla in a corridor staircase in a level 3.
At least the palette's not the greenish palette.
With red dark knights blocking him.
Okay, chat, you know what to do.
Durf.
Right. So that raft, there's 2 raft locations. One where a level 4 normally would be, and the other where there is a take any potion versus the heart container on the east side of Hyrule.
Would have been even funnier as if you ended up killing those red dark nuts and there was a bomb drop, which is what the vanilla level 3 room has.
That would have been something indeed, but we'll never know, Rick. We'll never know.
Well, you know, we had the seed number in the flags. We could try it ourselves if we really wanted to.
That's a fact, Rick. That is a fact.
But you and I would rather commentate this rather than play this.
Yes. Of course, there was a seed I did last week that was just an absolute nightmare. It was a chain reaction seed if I've ever done one in my life.
Those are the fun kind of seeds, though.
Oh, I know, but when it's these flags, it's even more fun.
Well, can you direct me to the train station, then?
I guess not. So Malagord going to the northeastern region of Hyrule. I believe this was where level 5 was, and maybe I'll have a better time.
Wouldn't it be funny if one of these old men, after you get the book, says, take a right on the Reading?
Oh, that would be hilarious, because that is one of the community hints. Oh, the Triforce is ladder blocked, but luckily for Ice Blue, he's got him. He's going to try to avoid it, but oh! He gets life for it!
Well, that's probably the strongest case of a Y force you'll ever see.
And the princess is all fired up because of that, and Ice Blue's going to give level 6 another try.
He got so deep into there. That's the problem right there. He wanted to try to work his way around it, but I'm surprised he was just trying to kill instead of just walking away around it. But maybe he just wanted to do it out of defensive purposes because, dying to Wizzropes wasn't fun either.
I got to tell you, Rick, I had asked you what the catch was. We just found our catch. Look at the price of bombs on Karakarn's side. $39 for a 4-pack. That is one off the max.
Why is that a problem? You gave these guys 140 plus rupee secret.
Oh, nothing. I guess I'm just greedy. That's all, Rick.
Karakarn buying a key, which may be the best investment he'll ever make.
Well, you better believe it. The way this has been a key star of seed for all of our runners, yeah, purchasing a key or two is a great play.
Ew.
Yeah, I see what you're doing about it. It's the blue dart nuts, and they take away 2 hearts, and they have a lot of HP, and that was a close call there on Malagord there. He's trying to get them bunched up so he can use bombs. Why doesn't he use the bombs on it? He must be saving.
He's just trying to walk around it. And then he gets into a room where he can't really do much out of there because there seems to be a ladder blocking that heart container. And there's not much else he can do in this room.
Well, Weatherbound, this is a specific variety of flags called the Pentaforce, where you only need to pick up 5 Triforces to gain eligibility to go into level 9. Now Ice Blue finds himself back in the same room he was where he got Y-forced by the blue Wizzropes, and he finds himself in a room full of spike traps. He's going to try to bomb out of there. He can't go to the right, so he'll have to take a different path. Karakarn on the southwestern section, a much-needed key there for Malagord in the river where those orange dart nuts were. And I'm just going to check this power bracelet spot here, and unfortunately, that's a door repair penalty, and we find it's 23 rupees. That's a steep one. Anywhere between 15 and 25 rupees. But again, it's a big money seed. These runners can take it.
Yeah, it's a big money seed. However, there's a couple of aspects that are making it less than big money. That 39 bomb price definitely is going to be one of those aspects to it, as we see X-Ice Blue still searching through this level 6 trying to find where the item is.
Well, in that bomb shop, there was some bait that was under the vanilla price, the cheap bait. I believe it was, 56 rupees. So there's that. And again, the wooden arrows were only 61 rupees as well. So those are pretty good prices. The one thing we haven't seen yet, though, is the potion prices. But then again, we haven't found the letter.
That's a purchase I wouldn't be surprised to see X-Ice Blue or Antlers make, considering the fact that they know where the bow is and that they have the ladder to get to that bow.
Yeah, that's true. And there, Malagord decides to bypass the Triforce for the time being, and he's going to find himself in the same dilemma that was on Karakarn's side. The key situation, yet again.
And Ice Blue showing off his frustrations with the old men by stabbing them after he decides to use up a key to find out he's already been in that room.
Oh, I don't blame Malagord one bit for that action against the old men, but sometimes you gotta watch your map.
Oh, it's Ice Blue, not Malagord, but yep.
Right.
And oh, look at X-Ice Blue's map. He's been in all but one room of this level 6.
On that one room, I would imagine, is the room that has the staircase.
This better be something better than a banana at this point.
Well, I'm going to take a guess here. I'm gonna say red candle.
No, I'm gonna say the banana. That's exactly what my guess is. That's my guess. After all of this effort that he's been through to get back into this level, once again.
Fair enough.
It's going to be something he doesn't need to beat this game.
Exactly. That's what it's going to boil down to. And there's Malagord finding the blue ring shop. He's going to not buy the blue ring. He feels confident in his abilities.
Oh, what the item in 6? You need to get those arrows.
Oh my goodness gracious. Now, Ice Blue does have a full wallet and he does have the bow. So if he does find an arrow shop, you can buy those arrows. And if he wants to try level 6 again, he certainly can. But yes, we are Goma blocked out of that item in level 6. Boy, what a troll, huh, Rick?
I love it.
Yep. As commentators, we love seeing that. But as the runners, they're pretty much head desking themselves or something, or face palming or whatever. But we see Malagord and Karakarn both in level 1.
There's the arrow shot for Ice Blue. Is he going back to 6, though?
He's pot committed. I would go back to level 6. We'll see if that's what Ice Blue does, but if I was him, I would. Hey, spend some rupees, get some back.
He's going to go ahead and finish off clearing out this Death Mountain. Maybe he will go back into level 6 at some point in time. Who knows? Maybe it will be the silvers. That would make us laugh here in the commentator's booth.
Yep. Now, interesting thing, again, we do not know what the ladder item in level 1 is yet, because we haven't even found that room, but what we have found on Ice Blue's side is the magical sword, and that is way far away. I don't think we're going to see anybody pick that up.
You don't mean the ladder item, you mean the white sword item.
Correct, the white sword item. We don't know what the white sword item is. The magical sword, whatever.
Alright, so at the 35-minute mark, I'm going to go ahead and have Lost Cards fan give you the full recap of all the items we have seen so far in these dungeons.
Well, we haven't found much yet, Rick. One of the items in level 1, it is the ladder. Level 2 had the power bracelet. Level 3 has the raft. We haven't even found level 4 yet. Haven't found the item in levels 5 or 6 yet. We haven't even found level 7 yet. We found level 8, but we didn't really explore much of level 8. The Armo statue item was the magical boomerang. The ladder item on the coast was the bow. And the white sword item is MIA. We haven't found that either. A lot of items still in play.
Keep an eye on both Antlers. Keep an eye on Karakarn. We're about to get some information. Antlers is going to find out the item, or not. That's
yes.
The transfer staircase. Karakarn's about to find out the item. That is the red candle.
Well, you could strike my answer for level 6, so I think your wooden boomerang guess for level 6 is starting to look better by the minute.
And guess where Ice Blue is once again?
Back to level 6. You have to take care of that blue Goma, and they normally take 3 wooden arrows, and with the plus or minus 2 variants, it could be 2 wooden arrows or 4 wooden arrows, but he's got plenty of cash.
So at this point, all 4 of our runners that are being featured here on Speed Gaming 3 tonight have the ladder. They have the means to pick up the bow when they get to do so. Ice Blue facing this Goma. Get your guesses into chat. Come on, let's see if we are correct this time around. Is this a good item or is this going to be a bad item? 3 hits on that Goma, still not dead. He got the first end of that shuffle.
That's a tough break, but now, what is that item in level 6? It is
silver! Yo, silvers!
Oh my goodness gracious, so this is a double chain reaction seed. You need the bow, you need the ladder to get the bow, you need the wooden arrows to get the silver arrows out of level 6. Boy, oh boy, Ice Blue in the lead firmly at this point. Holy Toledo. Boy, what a seed this is already shaping up to be. And boy, Ice Blue has made all the right decisions up to this point, and he is looking to be quite the favorite to come out on top, at least amongst our 4 featured runners.
So, at this stage in the run, Ice Blue really can just do dungeon cleanup. He knows where enough of them are to get himself into 9. He has the items to beat Ganon. This would be pretty much Triforce and Go mode for Ice Blue as he pops into level 8, and the best gift for him at this stage would either be an easy Triforce or to find Red Ring or White Sword in here early on.
Or also the Any key as well. Take a look at his key counter. He's only got 1 key to his name. You know how level 9 can be with lots of locked doors.
You are right, and that's a nice forced bomb drop right there for Ice Blue. That's one of the things that we've noticed here about Ice Blue. He knows how to really work counts and has done it pretty well. And another Wizrobe dungeon. Come on, game. That's 3 of them.
Son of a beehive. And now there has to be at least 2 sets, 2 levels of each set, because you have the Wizrobe set, you have the Darknut set, you've got the Gorilla set. Have we even seen any Gorillas, Rick?
Well, I don't know at this point, but I can tell you the Karakarn has found level 4 somewhere. I don't know exactly where it is, but he's in level 4.
Yep, so if he finds a staircase, that's automatically going to be the item for him. And there's the red candle for Malagor. He's going to go ahead and pick it up just about 39 minutes into his race.
There's your staircase. There's your staircase right there. And inside level 4, we find... Oh, there's your white recorder. That's the recorder.
Now, that's a pretty decent item to find. It's transportation to all the levels you have completed. By the way, one thing I've really neglected to ask regarding the Swiss flags. When you use the recorder, do you go back to the vanilla levels or to the new levels based off the seed?
Transport to the new dungeons.
All right.
There's your Grias, by the way, in level 4.
Oh, finally. I was wondering where they were. It's like the game heard me. It's like, oh, you want your Grias, huh, Laws? There's your Grias right here.
By the way, the Malagord finding the Triforce in level 1, that gives him 3. And we have Karakarn also with 3. But until they find out about that level 6, and they're going with that block set, it is Ice Blue's advantage in this run.
I think it's a little too early to say at this point, just because Ice Blue only has 2 Triforce pieces, but right now, just based off of what he has, what he knows about this seed, I think at this point, between our 4 featured runners, I think it's Ice Blue's race to lose right now.
And here comes the world wrap for Malagord. He's about to go pick up that bow, so that gives him that piece of information. So, good clipping right there as Karakarn trying to figure things out. And oh, there's the white sword for Ice Blue. The rich are getting richer.
Well, you called it, Ricky. You said that one of the items that he could find that he would really enjoy. Docking fee for Malagord. He's going to lose 23 rupees. You said that one of the items he found. There's the heart container in 5. We're starting to find a lot of things now all of a sudden.
And Malagord getting bounced back. Thanks, Tektites, for coming him back onto that dock. He's just trying to make out the maximum use of that docking fee.
Absolutely, yeah. As you mentioned, that white sword you said was going to be one of the items that Ice Blue would have really loved to find here in level 8. And boy, he got it. Well, maybe there will be a red ring in level 8. Who knows?
Notice how many hearts that Antlers is up to. You remember that thing you were saying about the magical sword? Well, first of all, Antlers has got to get deep up into Death Mountain in order to find that magical sword. But on the same token, he's got a 20% chance of claiming it. We do find level 4 on Malagord's side.
Yeah, if he does full Death Mountain exploration and he comes across that magical sword, he might want to make a play for it because he's still stuck on a wooden sword right now, and you'd rather have something a little bit stronger going into level 9, preferably at least the white sword. Especially if it's a Wizrobe dungeon. We've seen plenty of those already.
Yep, there's no guarantee that 9 is or is not going to be Wizrobes at this point, but you have to go in there with the expectations you're going to start seeing beams firing at you.
Oh, you better believe it.
And we have jewelry purchase for Antlers picking up the blue ring, so you know what he's going to find next.
Red ring. Because the game knows you just spend all that money on purchasing the blue ring, next time you're going to find is going to be that red ring. But that red ring is in one of 4 locations at this point. He's either in level 7, it's the second item in level 8, it's in level 9, or it could be the white sword item.
That's a nice kill that manhandle there from Malagord after he started speeding up. Unfortunately, it did not drop an item.
We have 5 items left in play, Rick. We've got Lord Banana, we've got the wand, we've got the book, the red ring, and the Any key. And there's the Triforce out of level 8 for Ice Blue. That's his 3rd.
Yep, so at this stage, Ice Blue really... I'm just trying to figure out how he's going to route this at this stage.
Well, I decided not to go back for the second item, which, again, to me, he's in go mode. It's the correct play. I mean, obviously, it'd be nice to find, the red ring or the magical key, but I do agree with Ice Blue's move of not exploring further. You're in Triforce and go mode.
So Malagord got huddled up by a bunch of Gurias, gets sent back to the start, and Ice Blue making his way on over towards the Dead Woods because he knows that Triforce in level 3 is super easy to get to. That'll give him 4. That will give him the Triforce lead of all of the runners so far.
Better believe it. So, yeah, he's just one Triforce away from being eligible to go into level 9. And he's got everything he needs to defeat Ganon. The only thing, well, actually, Fred never implemented that. Because didn't Fred toy with the notion that he wanted to put Dig Doggers in 9?
Yeah, it's something that he had said was going to be in the works. Has not been implemented as of yet. However, stay tuned.
Right.
It may be coming soon. So Ice Blue is still searching through this level 3, which is an interesting decision. And I'm wondering, at this point, did he not see the Triforce underneath the Gliok?
Well, either he wants the item in level 3, considering how small the dungeon is, maybe in the off chance that it could be the Any Key or the Red Ring. But yeah, I'm a little surprised he hasn't gone after the Triforce yet. Well, he's going to find his item right here, and it's going to be the Raft, and I'll be interested to see if he decides to pick it up. Antlers did find his recorder in level 4, and he is saying to that Raft.
So now I think at this point he is going to make a play for that Triforce. So maybe it's just he wanted to see what the item is, see if it was something beneficial to him, like it could have maybe still have been that Red Ring, which would definitely give him some help. He would maybe be the wand that would help him out a little bit as well. Maybe the book that would give him some assistance in level 9. Triforce out of level 3, Ice Blue, 4/5 of his way to level 9.
This level 4 has been very cruel to both Malagord and Karakarn, as well as Antlers. None of them have found the Triforce yet, but what we have found on Antler's side is the letter. So if he finds the potion shop...
Oh, wow. That is a nasty Triforce room in that level 4.
Wow, so you actually had to be in the vertical chute in order to claim your prize. That is nasty, game. Absolutely nasty.
And Ice Blue heading into level 5, his final dungeon that he will go ahead and finish before claiming the prize and heading to 9.
Karakarn also finding a letter, so if they find the merchant running the potion shop, they can show the letter and buy some potions, and we'll finally get an idea of what the price is for the drinks. Antlers, meanwhile, has just found level 7. I didn't see where it was, but level 7, that's all 9 levels now.
Darn.
Yep, darn indeed. I see Karakarn also finding level 7.
We're still trying to find that train station.
Yeah, we haven't found the train station yet. Wait a minute, I do know where the train station is. They're in the wrong Zelda game. They need to be in Spirit Tracks to find train stations.
Three bombs slated from Malagord. He gets the Triforce out of level 4, 3/5 of his way into level 9. Karakarn in level 7. Here's an interesting moment here for Karakarn. He will have his 5th Triforce piece after he's done with this level.
And
he doesn't have silvers.
He's going to have a decision to make. Do I look through another level? Do I go back to level 7? 33 rooms of pure torture. And this is pure torture. And look at these blue darkness just waiting to stab Karakarn to death. Could this be the 1 in 33?
You say torture, I say thrill.
Well, any word you can think of that completes that sentence is Malagord also finding level 7, so now everybody finding level 7 as it's going out of style.
Yeah, it turned out to be right there at the Coast Heart. Right there, one screen north of where Antlers is. Or one screen south. Or one screen south of where Antlers is at this point.
It's in that bomb spot. Gotcha. Ice Blue's still looking for the Triforce out of level 5 again. When he finds that Triforce, yep, he's there. He's there. He just needs to find the right direction. Antlers finds himself into a windfall of 146 rupees, so he can go on a shopping spree again. Remember, he already bought that blue ring. Yeah, there's the Triforce. Ice Blue now eligible to go into level 9. He's got all 5 that he needs. And Karakarn taking a death in 7. Back to start he goes, and this is brutal.
And we already know where level 9 is. We saw that really early in this run. It's at the vanilla level 5 location. Excise Blue, 5 Triforce pieces. All you need under this flag set to get yourself into level 9. Lost Cards fan, what is Excise Blue looking for?
Ice Blue is going to be listening for the Roar of Ganon. If he hears that Roar of Ganon, then Ganon is adjacent to where he currently is, north, south, east, or west. He's also going to be looking for a single shutter door room. If he clears that room and that single shutter door does not open, he has found the location, in his case, to where Link is. Now, there are also 3 old men with 4 potential hints, but again, without the book, we're not going to know anything about what the old men are saying. But if we did have the book, we would know where either the location of Ganon is, the location of where Link is, the location of the silver arrows, or there's a compass!
Yeah, there's buying some arrows. Little does he know that is a good decision. And Malagord finds the Triforce room, but he can't get it.
Ooh, that is brutal. A tough break there. Now, while we were talking about level 9, did we find the item in level...
He can get that.
Did we ever find the item in level 7, or was that not a push block where those dark nuts were?
That was not a push block room, so Malagord is still searching, but he may want to hold on to at least a couple of those bombs. Considering, oh, Ganon!
Wow! My goodness gracious, Ice Blue finding Ganon quickly, looking for 8 hits with the white sword here. Now, he's got to be careful. A Hyrule Driver is going to cost him 4 hearts. There's the Hyrule Driver there! 3 hits! Look out, those fireballs are coming after Ice Blue, and he's now down to his final half a heart. Oh! Fireball to death as he picked up the 4th hit. He'll have to try it again. Malagord and Karakarn still searching for the items in level 7. Ice Blue has pretty much the entire puzzle pieces laid out. He just needs to take down the beast. Now, of course, knowing where Zelda is, getting there is half the fun. Is it just an easy straight shot to get to Zelda's room? Or is it one of those situations where you got to find that good old magical staircase? And also keep in mind, folks, he's got no keys. She could be key blocked for all we know.
Yeah, it should be interesting to see how he goes, but he is going to go ahead and take a staircase at this point, see if it draws him any closer.
Not even close. He's going to try the Ganon fight again, I believe. Ooh, gets a fairy from the from those Vires there.
Totally on the other side of this level 9.
Ah, yes, indeed. There's the red candle antlers. He's going to go ahead and pick it up. 51 minutes in, and he burns it in disgust with his blue candle before he says goodbye to it. I've never seen that one before.
And here's round 2 against Ganon for Excise Blue.
He's got a stun lock, but
picks up the arrows.
When Malagord taking a death in level 7. Karakarn picking up the Triforce in level 7. He's going to go to level 9, and there is Ganon down on Ice Blue's side. We've got a Triforce of power and some bacon. All he has to do is find the path to Zelda's room, and he is going to be the winner of our featured 4 runners, if not the overall winner of this race.
Yeah, we'll keep an eye on that. We will not spoil it until we find out whether or not Excise Blue has crossed that finish line. But he is making a beeline. Oh shoot.
Well, he was making a beeline, but that horizontal shoot room got in the way. That's something you normally see in level 3, but we find it here in level 9, and that is not a sight that Ice Blue wanted to see, so he's going to hope that there is an alternate path around the locked doors here. Otherwise, he is going to have to make the play of the staircase game.
Yep, and with 0 keys, a really tough game to go ahead and play. And right now, Karakarn in level 9, but of course, since he has not been to level 6 just yet, he will be unable to beat this game at this point. He can only hope that the 2 items in this level 9 are easy and fast to get to, or the book is one of the items here that lets him know that he's got to go back to 6.
Well, Ice Blue does find a key. That was the drop that the Wall Master provided here, so he's hoping he can find a path going that way, and I believe there is a door, so he's able to continue to keep on going. He's just a couple of rooms away, but no!
That's a key door. That's a key door. Is this a key drop?
It is! Oh my goodness!
Yes, it is. But can
Ice
he go
Blue's
in from the
fortune.
north? Here
Yes, he
it
can.
is. That's a shutter door that opens.
But he's got to watch
If
out.
he
Have
doesn't
a heart.
die. And she's in her own room. And there it is.
That was the only way to get to Link's room. So Ice Blue is the featured race winner. Is he the overall winner, Rick?
Let's take a look at the results right now. I am taking a look at the results right now, and we have X-Ice Blue finishing in first place with an official time of 53:39.
Congratulations to X-Ice Blue, who is the featured race winner and the overall race winner. He gets the gold medal. Great job. Get those GGs out for X-Ice Blue. Meanwhile, Malagord found the Triforce in level 7. That is his 4th Triforce piece, and so we still do not know what that item in level 7 is. Everyone has passed it up.
And Karakarn, continuing to search this level 9, has grabbed that compass, but the whole question right now, will he find those items fast enough in this level 9?
You know, we still have not found the white sword item. By the way, I'm going to go over it. We're now almost 55 minutes in. Here's what we have found so far. And the 5 items that we have not found, as I had mentioned earlier, those are still the 5 items we have not found. Level 1, we have found the ladder and the red candle. 2 had the power bracelet. 3, the raft. 4, the recorder. 5, the heart container. 6, the silver arrows. We did not find the item in 7. One of the items in level 8 was the white sword. Haven't found the items in level 9. Armo statue is the magical boomerang. Ladder item of the coast is the bow. And we still have not found the white sword item. And we do have X-Ice Blue here in the commentator's booth. GG, first place among the featured runners and first place overall. How are you feeling?
I don't even know how to feel about that seed. That was crazy.
Better believe it. Well, the reason why you are here in the winner's circle was those wooden arrows. You were Goma blocked from the item. You found a wooden arrow shop in Death Mountain. You did a little bit of more exploration. You went to level 6. Found level 8 where you got the white sword. And boy, all those moves paid dividends for X-Ice Blue, and that's why you've come out on top.
I actually want to talk about a move that really set him further than any other runner that we had in our featured 4. And that was the key grab in level 3 against the Gyptos.
Oh, yes.
So tell me your thoughts about, and tell us why you felt that you needed to kill those Gyptos. And we found one of the items in level 9. I didn't see what it was.
Well, I didn't see what the item was either.
I think it was more so just a test to see how beefy the Gyptos were. Since I had boomerang and I had 4 bombs, and I had a slightly decent count, I was going to try and force more bombs and see if that was the actual item room. But it turned out it wasn't. So I just left after I got the key.
Our Hunter's Advisor telling us that is the banana that is in level 9 that Karakarn just saw. So now we know that there's one other item here in this level 9. He's not going to like it when he finds out what it is. And
well,
for
he
his sake,
might
let's hope
like
it's
it.
the book.
Well, he might like it. We'll see. You never know.
It ain't the silver arrows. He's not going to like it.
Right.
But yeah, just getting back to your play there, that move you made to get that key, and you took it to level 1, got you the ladder before anybody else did.
Yeah, when I saw that locked door lead to the ladder, and the ladder was just a floor item, I was super happy about that.
And we find a familiar sight on Karakarn's screen, a Patrick guarding a diamond-shaped staircase, and he's going after it against the wood sword. He's going to kill it because if he just clips through that staircase, Patra's just going to respawn. So by taking care of the Patra, it stays dead.
So how happy were you to find that the item that you didn't even need to bother to look for in level 8 turned out to be the white sword?
I was actually digging 8 just for the sake of finding the white sword, and I ended up finding it, and that was pretty hype.
Yeah, it certainly helped you with your Ganon fight there, having to, take him down in just 8 hits rather than the conventional 15 with the wood sword. That definitely helped you out. And when you have no ring, that's a very scary fight.
Yeah, the first time I fought him, I was not happy with that spawn. Second time I fought him, he had a much better spawn, and I ended up getting like a 5-hit stun lock, and then he got a very, very familiar pattern for me to kill him.
Malagord is also in level 9, but again, same situation as Karakarn, does not have the silver arrows, and they're not going to be pleased about the fact that they're going to have to go to a different level to find their prize.
The fact that I found an arrow shop on Death Mountain brought me back into 6. Once I found out that Goma block item in 6, it brought me right back to 6 because I was right there, and yeah.
How'd you like full clearing that 6?
About as much as I liked that room when I walked into the staircase and was like, nah, it's a connector. Let's just go up. Walked up, found a blue whiz room, and I was like, nah, let's take that staircase. It looks nicer.
Yeah, we have more glitchiness on Karakarn VI side. That's the second time we've seen that screen glitch. Now, Rick, did you talk about what happened with Ice Blue? It was about 8 minutes in where there was like a reset. What happened there?
Oh, yeah.
My NES froze.
Oh, a hard lock. That is never fun to see in a race like this, but luckily for you, it did not affect your outcome. Meanwhile, Antlers is in level 6. He does have the wood arrows, and he is going to be ecstatic to find his prize.
Yeah, my NES actually froze when I was in 3, and I had to, reset the console and reset the cartridge.
The way that Karakarn's screen is glitched, that key kind of looked like the any key. Antlers does have his silver arrows just under the 1 hour mark, so now he is in Triforce and Go mode. In fact, he has all the important items. Look at that.
Convince them, and I have no idea.
I can't read it either. So Karakarn going to have to do the same thing that you had to do, X-Ice Blue, and that's reset his loader, and it looks like it's still glitching.
Uh-oh.
Oh my god. This looks like my NES 20 years ago. You try to put it in a game, and that's exactly what it looks like. I've never seen anything like that before in a Zelda randomizer race. That's what's so fun about doing many, many races here. You think you've seen it all, and then you see something like this on Karakarn's side.
Well, be sure to follow the runners and make them feel better about this.
I actually experienced that in my FFR finals a couple of days ago in Game 2, where I dove a dungeon and my NES glitched out and had corrupted data all over the place, and I ended up having to just continue the dungeon because I was so far in.
Oh, no.
Now, I will say this. Considering that just happened, do you think it's possible that could force Karakarn to make a different decision on finding his silver arrows, or do you think he's going to go back to 9?
I don't know if we were even going to see him finish this run at this point, just based on what's going on.
Well, that would be unfortunate if that is the case for Karakarn VI. I mean, luckily for him, this is just an exhibition race. We would hate to see something like that in a tournament race, and I believe there's usually some kind of truce with runners that if something like this were to happen, they would offer a rematch.
Yeah, but it's one of those cases where, it's all up to the runners at that point, and it looks like Karakarn is going to be back. He's going to go back into this level 9, and let's do this once more from the top. As he gets his NES to work, let's cheer on this NES and hope that he can find that second item in 9 that will let him know that, hey, you're not in the right place.
Speaking of being in the right place, Antlers has found the Triforce out of level 7, so looks like we're not going to find out what that item in level 7 is, in spite of 3 players being in it. That's why it's called 33 Rooms of Pure Chaos.
How was the other players routing through 9, or Toasters at least, because I see he just finished up?
Yeah, because he's not a featured runner. We have not been able to take a look and see how he routed level 9. He did finish second place, 101.55. Antlers is going to be the second of our featured runners to go into level 9 with the silvers in hand. So we'll go ahead and see how he routes this.
Well, if he routes this good enough, he may still have a chance at the bronze medal here tonight. So let's see what happens.
Let me ask one more question here, X-Ice Blue. In regards to level 9, how happy were you to see a key in that room with the gorillas 2 rooms south of her?
Oh, sighs of relief. I was like, please drop a key. And it was like, hey, look, a key. And I was like, oh my god. I actually have to give a shout out to those wall masters to the left of the keys room. Thanks. Y'all gave me the courage to push on.
Right. Yep, because they dropped a key for you, then another key dropped for you, and those keys were all you needed. I mean, going into level 9 with very few keys is a very scary situation, but luck was with you, Excise Blue. You played extremely well tonight, so you deserve this victory. Congratulations.
Thank you.
And how does this kind of victory make you feel as you move on to week 2 of the tournament?
I'm confident with how I've been playing these games. I look forward to my round 2. I have to schedule my match with my opponent, which I think was already announced.
That's right. I think we're going to be talking about this when our 4 feature runners have completed their runs. We're going to be talking about some of those matchups. Isn't that right, Rick?
That's right. As the pairings for week 2 of the tournament have popped up. And so, who is it that you face, Excise Blue? Do you know?
If I remember correctly, it's Slidic?
Oh, yeah, you got Slidic next week.
And we see a high five between Karakarn VI and Antlers. And ladies and gentlemen, here's Ganon.
Oh my goodness.
15 hits.
I'm just taking a look at this pairing right now. This one's an interesting one, and I'll talk about it right after we're done with this dramatic fight here with Antlers versus Ganon.
Good news for Antlers. He does have the blue ring, so a Hyrule driver would only cost him 2, but there's the stun lock. Oh, lost him though.
Yeah, but he's got blue ring, and he's also got 11 hearts, so this is not as problematic of a fight as it was against Excise Blue.
Got another stun lock, but again with the right side teleport. But there's the final hit on the beast. Down goes the pig. We've got more bacon and a Triforce of Power for Antlers. Just needs to find his way to Zelda's room. He's got enough keys, so he should be good to go.
And so all he has to do is go up, up, up. He knows exactly how to get to her. Will he get into the podium for 3rd place? Time will tell. And Malagord just continuing to push through, and so too is Karakarn. They're both hoping to find this second item in level 9. And no, Antlers is not going to get 3rd place. Shaddy ends up beating him with a 105.36.
Oh, the dreaded LOZ snipe. If that is a tough break, though, but Antlers is still going to finish a very respectable 4th place and 2nd among our featured runners. Get your GGs out for Antlers.
And he will finish in 4th place. Official SRL time 106.05. So just going back to the question that's in chat about knowing any percent knowledge, it helps because definitely one of the aspects, and Excise Blue can say about this, and Antlers when he comes in can talk about this, knowing how to combat against enemies helps you out immensely.
And it looks like we do have Antlers in the commentator's booth with us. GG, a very respectable showing. Almost made the podium, but it was still a very impressive run for you. Go over this with us.
Thanks, guys. I appreciate it. Wasn't all that happy with how I played, to be honest. I took a lot of deaths that were just really bad. The 1 in 5 hurt more than anything. That was awful how close I was to that item. But I got really fortunate, honestly, to find what I did in 6, and then come back and just, I knew where that Triforce was in 7. That also cost me quite a bit of time not having bombs when I found that. So, other than a little bit of sloppy play and things like that, I'm pretty happy with my time, all things considered, compared to what it could be with the Silver Arrow location.
Yeah, and Karakarn finds another transport staircase. He's close to Zelda's room, but little does he know that the only way to get to Zelda's room is from the south. There's just one way to get there because it is Zelda's normal room, as you can see on Antler's screen.
Yeah, but he's not even looking for that at this point. He still is on the hunt for the second item in level 9.
Yeah, that is correct, and he's found it. It's the book.
Oh, that's good news and the bad news for Karakarn. The good news is, hey, guess what? Now, if you can get to a hint shop, baby, something will tell you where those silvers are. Level 6.
That is true. However, I know what you mean by you were going to say the bad news. The bad news is if you had the wand, it would make combat a little more difficult because when you make contact with the enemy, it bursts into flames. Speaking of bursting into flames, we've got another book on Malagord's side.
Simultaneous book pickup for both of these runners. Now, the bad news isn't that. The bad news is the silvers are 9 and 9.
Right, of course.
All right. So while we're waiting for both of these runners to pop into other dungeons to find out where those silvers turn out to be, let's go ahead and take a look at some of these matchups we got coming up in week number 2 of the Swiss tournament. We start at the top, Pataginos versus Your Majesty. That's going to actually be tomorrow, 7 o'clock Eastern.
Oh, yes, indeed. That is going to be pretty good matchup there. You better believe it.
How about I'm a Sonic versus Redbird Grad?
Ooh, and Redbird Grad has posted the fastest time in the tournament so far against Raikou Rider. I mean, should be an interesting one to say the least.
So everyone remembers
versus Saver.
Yeah, I was going to say, everyone remembers how the fact that Crystal Saber is 0-1. Well, unfortunately for the 0-1s, Noristra was the person who got Crystal Saber in week 2.
Well, that's a tough break, but hey, you never know. That's why you run the races, Rick. You just never know when those upsets happen. I mean, don't forget, though, if my memory serves me correctly, didn't Saver lose his first match last year?
Hey, Dig Dagger Gaze along the coast. Great. Thank you, old man. You're so extremely helpful.
Yeah, that was something we already knew. That's old news game.
We also have OPT Lawyer facing off against Cantaloupe Me.
Ooh, that's an interesting matchup indeed. I mean, Cantaloupe Me definitely does have the experience, but OPT Lawyer is no slouch either. I think this could be a lot closer than people might give it credit for.
Well, that's an unfortunate one here for OPT Lawyer, who ended up facing Jam in week number 1, and now has to face off against Cantaloupe Me in week number 2.
Boy, he has certainly had a really difficult schedule, so you kind of have to feel bad for OPT Lawyer there. This next one I see, this is an intriguing matchup. Jay Coper, Zeb Gedney.
Oh, absolutely. Take a look out here. Be wary. This is going to be a fun match between two runners who really know how to rando. Both Zeb Gedney and Jay Coper, no slouch when it comes to rando, no matter what game it's going to be. As Malagord continues to search level 9, Karakarn continues to search level 5. Nobody else has finished besides the top 4. So we get on to the matches that haven't been scheduled just yet. Dragon Dark versus A-Mode 22.
Very interesting match, of course. Dragon Dark, another one of those underrated runners who always seems to do very well in these tournaments, gets very, very deep. This could be a tough one for Amo.
And then there's Adirondack Rick facing off against Lana Gab. And I will say this, to be honest, I have no idea about Lana Gab. I probably should do a little bit of research to see what I'm getting into for week number 2.
Yep, it's a good one. I mean, we've had 2 1-0s here. It could be a very interesting matchup for you, Rick. So we'll see how it plays out. Amazing Toaster and Karakarn VI. Ooh, that should be a good one.
That is going to be bonkers. Amazing Toaster Karakarn is that kind of match that should be a marquee match.
Speaking of marquee matches, I think this one could be a marquee match as well. Antlers and King Doll, 2 outstanding randomizer runners in their own right.
Yep. And so, Bartman B1 versus Spark Over.
Very interesting one indeed. I mean, I don't know too much about either of these runners. I've seen Spark Over do Vanilla Zelda 1, so for Spark Over, I think this could be a good matchup too here.
Well, that of finishing in fifth place, 112,
Oh,
19.
Go ahead.
Magic Key turned out to be in level 8. And let's find out what other hints we have, because Malagord could be getting some good information. There it is! Goma Creep, Silver Arrow! Malagord's off to 6.
Yes,
Wait.
indeed, but he's got a...
The Any key was in 8?
Any key was the other item in 8.
More.
Well... It's easy to play this game backwards here, Excise Blue. It's so easy to play this game backwards.
I was sweating bullets for those keys out of the Wall Masters and Koreans.
So that leaves just 2 items left in play. The item in level 7 and the White Sword item. One of those is the red ring. The other is all hail.
No, we saw the banana. It was in 9.
I'm sorry. The wand. Never mind. The wand is the other one. One is the wand. One is the red ring.
How about Jam Evil versus Bent Glass Tube?
Ooh, that's going to be a really good matchup. They are both pretty good. I think Jam might be a slight favorite in that one, but that's why we run these races, Rick.
Yeah, I myself would have to give the edge over to Jam Evil in that case. Bobbing for Fries and Tetrally.
I know Bobbing for Fries and Tetrally are both pretty good TDO glitchless runners, and I know Tetrally is a really good any percent runner. And, you know, she's really improved her Zelda Randomizer game. I think this is going to be a good one.
Southern Pretzel and BTs, Mr. Bresticle.
Ooh, BT's a really good Zelda Randomizer runner. This could be a difficult matchup here for Southern Pretzel.
Answering Kapows' question, can you have a level blocked by a power bracelet? The answer is yes, you can, as Malagord is in level 6. So Malagord does have a leg up over Karakarn as far as the last 2 remaining runners we got going on here. And getting back to our numbers here, the list of our runners for week number 2, Buzz Thunder versus the Alan Heffley.
Boy, Buzz Thunder versus the Alan Heffley. This is an interesting one. Alan Heffley, had a tough matchup against Zeb Gedney. Buzz Thunder, a pretty solid Zelda Randomizer runner. I think this could be an even matchup here.
Lori D. Bunnykins versus Can't Find Bombs.
I know Lori D. Bunnykins, of course, more from her Zelda Randomizer commentary. Can't Find Bombs is another one who I believe runs Zelda Any Percent and the traditional Dungeon Order glitchless. I think it's another interesting matchup indeed.
How about this one? This is the match between 2 runners who you would have never have thought really may have won their week 1 matches, but they did. Captain Green versus Sis Crusher.
Yeah, Captain Green upsetting Crimson Avis, and then the major upset with Sis Crusher defeating the 2-time champion Crystal Saver, and they're now going to face off against each other, and one of them is going to be 2-0. I think it's gonna be close.
How about Sea Falcon versus TA909?
Boy, tough matchup for Sea Falcon. I mean, TA909, again, one of the best in the business. I believe was the finalist against Crystal Saver in that last randomizer tournament. Oh, gonna be a good one. But TA909, it's gonna, again, anything can happen in Zelda Randomizer races, but definitely TA909 is gonna have the advantage.
Radio Witch G versus Xiaomi Lin Taco.
Xiaomi Lin, of course, was in the first Zelda Randomizer tournament. Took some time off, but we're happy to have her back into this. Did not fare well against you, Adirondack Rick, so this could be more even than we think. This might be a closer race than what it looks like on paper.
How about this matchup? Chess Jerk RC Drone.
This potentially could be the match of the week. You have 2 high caliber, and I mean high caliber runners. You have Chess Jerk, who I believe came out of the last year's randomizer Swiss rounds as the number 1 seed against RC Drone, who easily could have won the whole tournament if he didn't get sniped by 10 seconds against Crystal Saver in that famous Drone Saver race. I think this could be the closest race of the match potentially.
I remember you being on the call for that one.
That was a
And
very
so
exciting
we
one.
continue on with Chrono JJ and Lady Prismillion as Malagord finds his silver arrows.
Yes, indeed. Again, those were blocked by the blue Goma. Gets the silver arrows. Now is ready to go into level 9. Doesn't even need the Triforce on level 6. He's got the 5. Karakarn also in the same direction.
Yeah, he's kind of eliminating what he knows at this point. So he will be happy to finally find these silvers in level 6. He didn't buy any of the hints that told him that it's going to be in here. Crimson Avix versus Dark Magician 1184.
Could be a tough one for Dark Magician 1184. Crimson, as we all know, a very established Zelda randomizer runner and a good commentator as well. But again, run these races. But to me, Crimson's got to be the favorite.
There's no need to suck up to the admins there, Loss.
I got you there, Rick. I got you there.
Cyber Chow X versus Mad Bomber XX.
I don't know too much about either of these runners. I know CCX, I believe, did last year's randomizer, and Dark Magician, I know, has some experience. I think it's going to be a close one. Or Mad Bomber. I said Dark Magician. Mad Bomber, sorry.
How about this match? Sardia versus Paratroopa 1.
Well, that is going to be a real good matchup. I mean, Zardia, an excellent randomizer runner, and Paratroopa got really deep. Was definitely one of the dark horse candidates that made a really, really deep run in the last tournament last year. Took down some really difficult runners in the process and almost beat Fred Coughlin. I mean, watch out. I think this could be a tough one for Zardia.
Dark Falls Sausage Link.
Unfortunately, I don't know too much about Sausage Link. I know Dark Falls, or Dark Phase as it goes by these days. He's been improving his Zelda randomizer game, so I would give him the advantage. Again, I don't know much about Sausage Link, so we'll see.
Matrick versus Dr. J, PhD.
That's going to be a good one. Again, Matrick was in that real close race against Panolf. Oh my goodness gracious! So very interesting.
Boletta pointing out in chat, who was our 5th place finisher, Red Ring was under the Recorder Lake.
Which means the Recorder was needed to get the Red Ring, which means that was the White Sword item. So by process of elimination, we now know that the item in level 7 is the Wand.
Elendar versus Zarnax 42 as Malagord faces off against Ganon.
I think this could be a tough one for Elendar. Zarnax 42, a really good Zelda randomizer runner. We'll see what happens, though.
We're going to wait before we announce this next matchup because we want to break it to the person involved. And, no! Malagord takes a death.
Aw, too bad there. But Karakarn still looking for the silver arrows here now. I don't know if he has purchased the wooden arrows yet. Manhandler threatened him to dead woods. Thanks a lot, old man. We saw that like 5 minutes in.
Which means Wand had to be in 7.
Yep, that's correct.
And that 33 rounds of torture.
Of course. And, very powerful item to have. But you know what? Considering that the book is in level 9, sail not to save the princess. No kidding, old man. We have found all 9 levels. We knew we didn't need the ramps. Of course, there was a docking fee in one of the spots. Boletta did not find out what the other item in level 8 is. I could tell you it is the White Sword. Level 3's was the Raft. Might as well give a full item recap since this race is still going. We may have had new viewers pop up into the stream, and here's Ganon on Malagord's side. 1, the ladder and the red candle. 2, power bracelet. 3, raft. 4, recorder. 5, heart container. 6, silver arrows. 7, wand. 8, white sword and any key. 9, lore banana in the book. Armos item was the inferior model. Ladder item, bow, white sword, red ring, and no luck for Malagord. Ganon takes him down. Back to the start of 9 he goes.
And Malagord is going to disappear out of this level 5. I think at this stage he wants to go get himself some health. And I can't blame him for wanting to do that. So Malagord ending up trying to do a screen scroll, and I guess at this point we might as well break the news. Malagord is going to be racing against F. Coughlin,
the creator of the Zelda randomizer himself, and Fred Coughlin, as I mentioned, probably one of the more underrated Zelda randomizer runners out there. Could be a tough one for Malagord.
Furious Kansas up, finishing in 6th place with official SRL time 1:21:14. As Karakarn, the final of these runners that will get this silver arrows from this Goma in level 6.
And this could come down to the wire depending on how trolly Ganon decides to be.
Fried Teeth versus NY Rambler.
I don't know too much about either one of these runners, so it could be a close one.
How about Fury SK against the Croissant himself, Panoff?
Oh, that's going to be a great matchup here. Both extremely good Zelda randomizer runners. I think we're going to see some fireworks on that one. I really do.
No, I think we're gonna see some fireworks from this next match. Random Effect, Garion Old Wolf.
Oh, you better believe it. You've got Garrett Old Wolf, who's one of the more established Zelda randomizers out there. Random Effect, same deal, who has made a lot of splashes in Zelda randomizer tournaments in the past. Not to mention that he's a sub 30 Zelda 1 runner himself. Oh man, that is going to be a showdown, a great one.
And Malagord going to... I think he's hunting down a potion shop. He's got that letter out in his hand. He really wants to get a prescription filled. And Karakarn is back into level 9 at this stage.
I'm telling you, this finding the potion shop here might be more of a time sink for Malagord, and this could cost him third place amongst our featured runners if Karakarn knows where everything is. And I think he does.
JLo 7 versus Killer App 23.
Killer App 23, new to Zelda 1 Randomizer. He's more famous for being an excellent runner in Zelda 3 Randomizer or Link to the Past Randomizer. And there's a potion shop. Expensive prices. $54 for the Pepsi, $70 for the Coke. So well above the vanilla prices. Well, the Pepsi, actually, the Coke's not so bad. It's only $2 above the vanilla. So definitely a better sale on Coke. And on Karakarn's side, here's Ganon.
3.5 hearts, so he's going to have to be careful of the Hyrule Driver. 15 hits and takes the Hyrule Driver, goes back to start.
Ooh.
And so, continuing our list of the matchups, we have 7 more to give to you right now. Truant Gamer versus J. Veth.
Before I give you the opinion on that, the JLo 7 Killer App 23, I don't know much about Killer App 23's randomizer experience with the first Zelda game, but if his Link to the Past randomizer is any indication, he might make some noise in this tournament. Now, the Truant Gamer and Javeth one, I don't know too much about either one of these racers, so could be a good one.
I will point out that Malagord did do a good use of the up and A trick when you're getting your health replenished by getting his going back to the start, and your life continues to replenish while you're going and walking yourself over to the next stop on your tour, which is level 9. J Wade 614 versus Willow Sticks.
I don't know much about either one of these two runners, so we will see about that one. I think it's going to be a goodie.
And then we have Kadogo versus Vanny Van or Vonnie Von is the pronunciation supposed to be.
Again, I don't know too much about either one of these two runners, and that's a great thing about these Zelda randomizer tournaments, Rick, especially this one. We have seen a vast new crop of racers pop up in this new tournament. It's always great to see new blood give Zelda 1 randomizer a shot here, so it's pretty impressive. I think we have at least, 20 new runners?
Yeah, definitely, and that's always good to see that some of these people are coming in from other communities to come and join us. Liquid Husband, Raikou Rider.
Oh, this is going to be a good matchup. Liquid Husband, who's established himself as a very solid no up and A runner himself. Raikou Rider, who's pretty good. I think it's going to be close. Either one of those could win. I like that matchup.
Here's Ganon for Malagord, and he pulls out his potion already. Has 9 hearts or 8.5 hearts filled at this point. Try to swing him over the right-hand side. Can he get himself into a stun lock? Having a little bit of an issue doing so. And here's the battle against Ganon right now for Karakarn. So this one could be coming down to the wire. And Malagord down to 1.5 hearts. Better use that potion. Better use that potion. Better use that. No, he doesn't use the potion.
Oh, never leave a potion in your back pocket, Malagord. But Karakarn also died. Oh, my goodness. 2 wins for Ganon apiece against Malagord and Karakarn. Boy, he has been ruthless tonight. I think everyone except Antlers has died to Ganon of our 4 featured runners. He's being mean tonight.
Yeah, it's a tough spawn point coming in from the top. Doesn't really help either. And so with that, we will go ahead and go back to the Liquid Husband Raikou Rider. Kind of an interesting matchup right there. Liquid Husband's kind of that one that you see amongst a lot of different Zelda 1, either vanilla runners or randomizer. A good friend of the community.
Well, you better believe it. Next one, Sharky2107 versus Toasty Muffins, Rick.
I have not seen either of these runners in this tournament. I know Sharky has done stuff in the past tournament here, so I'm thinking they might have the edge, but Toasty was in a position where they could have had a decent showing in their first race. Just I think a couple of things went awry, and here we go, round 3 for Malagor to round 4 at this point. 2 hearts remaining. Don't sit on that potion. Use it if you are getting yourself into a position here. 1 heart. Use that potion. Don't lose the
Use it now! Use it now!
Use it.
No!
No! You gotta use your potion, Malagord.
When you're a third of the way,
Oh!
when you're a third of the way there, Rick, yeah, you gotta use your potion. He had 5 of the 15 hits on Ganon. He should have used his potion at that point. And this one could be the nail in the coffin, but we'll see. Again, Ganon has been Ganon, as I like to say. That's kind of been one of my phrases I like to say when I like to describe my Ganon fights in vanilla. If Ganon decides to keep right teleporting, I just say, Ganon's being Ganon.
Jay Wade finishing in 7th place, 127.20. And therefore, our final 2 matchups, we already mentioned one of them earlier. We have Shaddy versus Vignan, as Karakarn comes up to Ganon.
Should be a good one. Shaddy and Vignan. Vignan has showed a lot of improvement since his very first Zelda Randomizer. And Shaddy, of course, really, really good in his own right. An underrated name that you wouldn't think would be one of the top names. But I wouldn't sleep on this matchup. I think it's going to be a good one. But Karakarn's got the stun lock at long last. Just needs a few more hits.
Got this. He's got this.
Get it. Got it.
He's got it. That's beautiful there for Karakarn. Ganon is down, and now he can just go ahead, rescue the princess, and burn this seed as Malagord comes up to Ganon once again. So if you want to get a full list of these matchups, or when they do schedule their matchups, to get a list of a schedule of the upcoming games, be sure to do !Z1R, and Malagord learning his lesson using that red potion.
Unfortunately, it's going to be too little too late, as Karakarn is going to make a beeline towards Zelda's room now. He only has 1 key. I believe he needed 2 keys to get to Zelda's room, unless he's already, excavated that part of the dungeon. So
I believe
this could
already has, but don't forget that room that is to south of her does have a key.
Oh, and down goes Ganon on Malagord's side. We've got Bacon for the final time, and there's the Triforce of Power, and Karakarn not going the right way, so maybe he hasn't discovered the path to Zelda's room, but there's a problem for Malagord. He doesn't have any keys. He, too, is going to have to do the same thing that Ice Blue had to do if he wants to win the seed. This is going to be close, folks. This is going to be oh so close.
Yeah, I think he may know how to get there, though. I think Karakarn may know how to get there. Like I said, remember, this room here, well, he's already cleared it out. He already knows it. He's already been into this room.
He's there then, so that is going to do it. Karakarn is indeed going to be our 3rd place finisher amongst the featured runners, and I believe 8th place overall. Is that correct, Rick?
That is correct. 8th of 131.11. And Malagord finished that room. Clear that room. It's got a key.
He doesn't finish off that room. He's going to try what Karakarn had just tried. He's going to try to see if there's another way to get to Zelda's room, and he's going to find the bad news. You can't bomb into that room.
Yep, and he's just trying right now just to figure something out. If he had cleared that room out, he would get himself a key, but
instead, he's going to probably
take a staircase.
No?
Don't take a staircase.
He's going to try to clear this room and see if he can get a drop. He does not get any drop. He'll try to bomb to the right, maybe to find another accessible room. No good.
All he has to do at this point is get a key. Send him your vibes, please. Get a key. Kill the room. Get your key.
He's heading in the right direction now. If he clears this room, he'll get his key.
Clear the room. No. Kill them. Maim
them.
Destroy them.
Oh, instead he's going to go up against Patra Wayne with no ring, and that is no fun. He's going to use his last potion.
Well, he takes a bop right there. There's another key door right there. There's a Patra. Oh, goodness. This thing is really, really tied down like Fort Knox. See all the key doors right now.
See, he's clearing every room but the room he needs to clear. This is unless he already cleared that room. It kind of makes you wonder if he already cleared it. Hard to say.
Maybe. You may be right.
So the
We
search
may
for
be
the
crazy.
Oh, but I just may be a lunatic or whatever it goes.
No, we're not gonna sing that.
Right. No, we're done.
Clearing out this room, hoping for a key, trying to get something going.
But
Now
he's
the
got-
board needs one key. Just one key.
Let's see if there's a key behind these blue gorillas. There's a fairy drop, as if they're supposed to drop, and nothing. Does have bombs, though, so you may have a chance to bomb to the left or down. Nothing to the left, and not even going to check down. He was hoping that there'd be another way to get to Zelda's room, but alas, and no key drop.
And with that news, Malagord has thrown in the towel with a comment. Bleep! Keys.
That's unfortunate. But again, I don't know if he cleared that room. I mean, if we can get an interview with him, we'll ask. If he cleared the room and he picked up the key, then then that was that.
So we had a quick discussion about the week 2 pairings. What match laws do you think is that? Oh my goodness, I want to watch this match.
Boy, there's a lot of good ones though. It's really, really tough. But I think for me, Chest Jerk and Drone. There's a few really good ones there, but if there was one race if there's a race that I didn't want to miss, and if I'm able to watch it, that would be the one race. How about you, Rick?
I think if you're taking a look at some of these races on the schedule, there's a few doozies of them. I'm thinking the random effect match is going to be one of them.
Oh, I totally agree with you there. That's definitely another marquee matchup on this list that I think could come down to the wire. I expect that we're going to see more than just one race come to within a minute. I think we're going to see at least one race come to within 30 seconds.
And it turns out, yes, Malagord ended up killing that room with the gorillas, according to IRC.
All right. Gotcha. So he pretty much exhausted his options. So that is unfortunate, but that is the nature of level 9, and that's why we like to call it the Great Equalizer. Resource management. You get to one of those level 9s, find the bomb hole, find the keys. It was a tough one. I mean, keys were hard to come by in this scene. If you didn't find that any key in level 8, it was a tough ride for you.
So let's go ahead and wrap things up for this broadcast with that unfortunate end of the run. GG to all of our runners. Be sure to give them a nice big foul, and to be thanking everybody here for joining us for this edition of the weekly race. Next week's going to be another bracket flag, or not the bracket, but the Swiss round flags. 2 weeks from tonight, we're going to change it up, do some flags, make it all 8 Triforces to get in to go visit the pig.
Back to the traditional style of how to get into level 9, you need all the Triforce pieces. So
yeah, we'll go ahead and figure out what people want to do for that and get a good flag set going for that, and put a poll together on Discord and all that good stuff. So let's get on out of here. Tournament races. Week 2 begins tomorrow. 7 o'clock is the first match. There'll probably be a few more matches popping up here and there. Once again, do exclamation point Z1R to get the full schedule.
all right, so that's going to do it for us. So on behalf of our tracker tonight, Jacqueline Fox, on behalf of our Speed Gaming family of networks, and on behalf of my commentator partner, Adirondack Rick, I'm LOZ Cards Fan 23. Have yourself a great week, and we will see you next Sunday. So long, everybody.
Absolutely. We're going to send you on over to the Nier Automata race that's going on over on Speed Gaming right now, with a whole slew of races coming up tomorrow in Super Mario Bros. 3, Zelda 1 Randomizer, and various other games. You should take a look at the schedule, see what's coming up here on Speed Gaming. Thanks for joining us.